All right, guys, good morning. Just going over the analysis of one of the major runners today, just how it happens to be one of the 90% setups that I posted in chat. And yeah, so MITO, very, very simple trade here. Just going to quickly go over it and why it was a 90% setup, why it was a good setup, and what happened, and yeah, why. So last night after hours, 16:30, news was released, FTA. I don't know if it was orphan or fast track, doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. Sounds very good, sounds cool, and really means nothing because it's hinged upon if the drug is a success or not, and it's so far in the future and it's so irrelevant that it doesn't really mean anything. And so the news is worthless. It popped up here 170s. I wasn't that interested just because of the range. The market has been really hot the last few days. And so, I wanted quite a bit higher. I wanted to push on two. And the reason I wanted to push on two was because if you zoom out here 60 minutes, the biggest volume ever, just ran about VWAP here was showing around two. And so, it was a whole number. It was squeezing over this point. So I said, if, pushes two, I'm interested in the short. And so, I dabbled last night. It was literally like a tenth size into the two, and I held overnight. And this morning, it popped up. Fully expect that pop up. I did not expect this second move. But what I did while it was doing this move, I took a look, looking left, and I said, okay, this is 4:30 in the morning. It's early. It's probably going to do something stupid. What is it going to do? And so you look over here and you can see 2.5. Major volume is the highest area, and so 2.5 was the mental, it was the fear zone, and so therefore it was probably their exit. And they had to probably do their exit, by 5 or 6 for real volume and shorts started to come in. So, as you look on the yearly chart, it's over year highs. You look at this, the major volume, 200 million, is going up in 20K volume past the past the 200 million day. So obviously it wasn't going to hold those levels. And we know the news is worthless, so we can see the technical analysis on the one side, we can see the news on the other side, and understanding the time frame, what's happening, who's short, who's long, and really understanding what is going on. And so the 250 break is where you enter. And so I posted on Twitter, and I posted the 90% setup in chat, and that really is a 90% setup. The news, it's 70% plus. It's, the time frame, the chart is perfect. You have a clear high volume resistance point and, a clear target. And the target really is probably 150s, 160s within 1 to 3 days. Today might, stick around 180s, 160s, depending on how stuck the shorts are and whatnot. But yeah, probably flush here at open. It might do a little squeeze on 2.5, would not surprise me at all. Depending on whoever initiated this move is still there. But yeah, we can take a look at the end of the day and see how it was. My guess would be it'd be somewhere under two, depending on how many bounces or squeezes it has. But yeah, with 1 to 3 days, probably 160s ish, and or full fade. So as you can see too, it is a fading stock when it does pop. And again, the news is worthless. So it does trade a bit heavier on open, is what I've found from the past. So fairly light pre-market and heavy on the open. So if it did ramp up here and open at 2.5, probably would have quite a dramatic slam back under VWAP, and by 10:30 be under two. So yeah, so we'll take a look at that. That's going to be my plan on the open. First trade is done. Obviously covering into support from the 250 idea, but the same idea stands, and this is your risk 2.60 hold. So this is MITO for today. That's my kind of 5-minute blurge about the moving stock of the day, and then I'll do the 90% setups. But this is one of the 90% setups. So if there is no other 90% ones today, then I will probably just leave this one video for today. So check out my site. That's one of the main services I provide, is these ideas where it's literally 90% chance of success. It's not, it's not a guaranteed trade or anything. I don't do trade alerts, but what I do is alert you and bring to your attention this setup, which, statistically from my experience of 10 years, from tens of thousands of hours of watching the screen, should fade, to there, because it is a correctional move with clear news, with clear technicals, and that is my niche. That is what I do. I identify 1 to 3 of these on average per day, and let you guys know about them, how you trade them, when you enter this, whether you enter the first one, whether you enter the second one with set risk, whatever you do, doesn't matter, but I just bring this idea to your attention. So, and if you have any issues trading it, then I help you out along the way for trading and mentoring. So, all right, guys, have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you in the room.